Season 11, Episode 2, Brother's Little Helper. The episode was directed by Mark Kirkland, the 18th episode we have covered directed by Mark.
Excellent.
I need to geek out for a sec because I totally forgot to say this last week. Mark liked one of my videos. The man who directed a bunch of my favorite Simpsons episodes actually hit the little heart button, and I momentarily forgot how to function. It's also really nice knowing the Simpsons creatives are watching and enjoying my stuff. So thank you, Mark, you absolute champion. The episode was written by George Mayer, who also wrote the episodes The Crypts of Wrath, Bart vs. Thanksgiving, Treehouse of Horror 2, and Behind the Laughter. Production code was AABF22. The original air date was October 3rd, 1999. In this episode, Bart floods the school gym and yard, leading Principal Skinner to diagnose him with ADHD. Bart is put on a psychostimulant called Focusyn, which helps him focus but eventually makes him paranoid, and he becomes convinced that Major League Baseball is secretly spying on everyone in Springfield. The chalkboard gag was, pork is not a verb, and the couch gag is the family as paint by numbers, with animators coloring them in. In the Simpsons Ultimate Episode Guide, you can find the episode on page 522 and 523. The pages also includes information on the farm team lab researchers. In the sequence where Bart escapes the laboratory, he briefly swallows a handful of pills as he flees. The initial plan was for him to upend an entire jar of Focusyn, but Mayer explained that the sensors blocked the idea. The scientists who give Bart the Focusyn were inspired by a staff member from The Simpsons and his wife, and they were voiced by Hank Azaria and Tress MacNeille. Azaria also provided the voices for Sir Widebottom, one of the clowns inside Krusty's car, and for one of the Marine soldiers. Major League Baseball star Mark McGwire appeared as himself in the episode. Executive producer and showrunner Mike Scully noted that McGwire was probably the biggest man he'd ever seen, and that he did a great job for them. After completing the season 5 episode Bart's Inner Child, Mayer became a little burned out on writing scripts, which led him to write Brother's Little Helper as a way to try his hand again. Mayer later stated that while working on the script, he was dealing with some psychological problems, making the writing process particularly challenging. He was so unhappy with his initial draft that he submitted it under the pseudonym Vance Jericho. Co-producer Tim Long joked that the script was literally moist with contempt, though he also described it as an amazing draft. During development, the writers debated what kind of destructive spree Bart would go on in the second act. Matt Selman suggested giving Bart access to a tank, a concept he later explained came from a news story he had seen about a guy who died after going nuts with a tank. Here are the deleted scenes from this episode.
Halt! This area is restricted! Main gate to Tower 7. Security breached. Commence fire!
You have reached Tower 7. Alex and Janet can't come to the phone right now, so leave a message.
And that's an order.
That was good, honey.
Here are the top 5 moments from the episode. Number 5.
Whoa! Check it out! Mad Dog's on fire!
Stop, drop, and roll, man!
Ha ha ha! That's for Clyde's, baby. A little fire can't hurt you.
But Mad Dog was wrong. The fire burned through the night and cost him the use of his pants, which just goes to show you.
Sorry to break character, but these stunt pants are getting pretty toasty.
Roll, Nettie, roll!
It's not working, it just spreads the flame.
Number 4.
And I'm really worried, Chief. There's no telling what he might do.
Okay, so you say your son is tow-headed, button nose, mischievous smile, and maybe armed with a slingshot. Got it. Well, find him, ma'am. Looks like the kid who wrapped up the Wilson widow.
Number 3.
What the? Come on, get up! Noodles, seesaw, oopsie, lap sweat, hoo-ha, jitters, Sir Wide Oh, I'm stuck. Easy, boys. I'm sure I'm alive, but why?
Number 2.
What a lovely day in the park. A perfect place to meet a lady. Ooh la la, it's Sideshow Melanie. Hey, what's going on? Hey, this thing's cutting off my hair. No! What are you doing to me? I said start it at 60 RPM, then move it up to 100 on the skirt blow.
Sorry, Krusty, I choked.
You joked! You joked!
Number 1.
My God, is she brave, standing up to that freaked out junkie.
Dad, that junkie is your son.
Why don't you just tell everybody?
Hey, Mom. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, thank you for stopping the tank.
It ran out of gas.
Oh,
The MVP for this episode is going to be a tie, as there are 2 family members that deserve it this week. Bart Simpson and Marge Simpson. Bart knew the baseball league was spying on Springfield, and he does everything he can to stop it, and he does listen to his mother to take the Focusyn. This is where my fave comes into the mix. Their mother-son relationship in this episode is adorable, and the fact she steps in front of that tank, hopeful that Bart wouldn't run her over, is very brave. That's a mama bear right there. She's amazing. On IMDb, the episode is currently at a 7.5, and I agree with this rating. It's a 7.5 from me. A very memorable episode that I think is one of the strongest in season 11, but the one thing that annoys me, and it becomes even more noticeable in later seasons, is when the writers don't wrap up the story. It becomes a, do you want me to explain this story, or do you want me to do this? Or, do you want me to explain this story? I don't need to actually explain it. It is the most laziest thing, and it's so prevalent in later seasons. I would have probably rated it higher otherwise, as it is enjoyable and one of Bart's greatest eps. Tune in next week as we go through another episode in the series, but until then, see you later everyone. Cheers.
Yoink.
It's good to have the old Bart back. Plus, you expose the disturbing unreadiness of today's army.
oh, honey, I'm so sorry we sent you on that psychotropic hayride.
At least I got to see some cool colors.
And Mark McGuire gave you an autographed bat.
Why is the zero made out of glass?
Who cares? That man can really slug.
Well, I'm not giving my baby any more dangerous drugs. From now on, it's nothing but fresh air, lots of hugs, and good old-fashioned Ritalin.
You said a mouthful. When I can't stop fiddling, I just takes me Ritalin. I'm popping and sailing, man.